guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tosin Alabi for those who don't know me. And in this video, as you could have seen from the title, I'm going to be talking about YouTubing. So I'm going to talk about YouTubing, blogging and all that good stuff. Now the reason I'm doing this video is because I got a mail from one of my subscribers. Now clearly I am not a YouTube guru. I'm putting out that disclaimer there so no one should come and attack me in the comment box. I'm not a YouTube guru. I'll probably be doing YouTube videos for just like 2 years or 3 years and not even consistently. But because I got this mail, I don't want to take it for granted, so I'm going to like take out my time and she's not even the only person that's asked me. I've gotten questions from a lot of readers asking me where to get cameras, what I'll call my DIY starter pack, you know, points to consider and all that good stuff. So in this video I'm going to be talking about that, the YouTube channel. Do you need a YouTube channel? Your baby, where you the content to create, why you need a channel, why you don't need a channel, gadgets to buy, where to purchase. Now I currently live in Nigeria, so definitely everything I'm going to be talking about would probably be country specific. So I'll talk about things in relation to Africa, Nigeria and all that good stuff, and how to make good videos in this country. So if you'd like to know more about this topic, definitely keep watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is intent. Basically mean, why do you want to create a YouTube channel? Is it that you have so much to give, that's why you're creating a YouTube channel, or you have so much to share, or you think that it's just going to be a good addition to your already existing platform, for instance, say a blog or an Instagram page or whatever it is that you do, or you're just a pretty girl and you just want to be on camera, you just like publicity. There are various reasons why people open YouTube pages and all that stuff. Now the thing is, the reason I'll ask you is because I'm asking this, or I'd rather mention this, is because for you to create a YouTube channel that you have loyalty. Now you don't need to have 10,000 subscribers or 10,000 watchers. All you just need is a loyal community of people that love what you do and they appreciate what you do, and that's enough for you, if that's enough for you, if you don't intend to make like profit off it or whatever. Now, so are you making your YouTube channel for extra income because you actually like video, you like talking, or you have, let me say, you're into tech, like you want to show like gadgets, how to do things, DIY stuff, and you think that it's only best shown via videos, or you are a brand like a hair salon and you want to show more about what you're putting out there. So basically those are the intents you need to look at, or you have to ask yourself, why exactly am I making this YouTube channel? And the truth is, not everyone needs a YouTube channel. Now the reason I started making YouTube videos was because sometimes I have an insight on a particular topic. You know, my channel is a faith-based channel and I want to talk about it, and no matter how much I type it, I can't really communicate because I'm a writer, but I'm not a phenomenal writer. Do you understand what I mean? Like I would not call that one of my core strengths, to, you know, write so much that the writer understands or the reader understands exactly what I'm trying to put across. Right now I'm a fantastic orator, so I know that when I'm talking I'm able to express myself more effectively. So I started a YouTube channel and it actually works well for my brand and for what I needed it to do. So you have to ask yourself, do I need a YouTube channel? If your answer is yes, then we'll go to the next topic. If your answer is no, that you don't need a YouTube channel for the content you create, you might as well just improve more on your existing platform, which might be a blog, your social media, or your photos, or whatever it is that you do. So that's that. So if your answer is yes, the next topic is how to start a YouTube channel. Now the number one question that I get is, do I need a DSLR camera? My answer is yes. I'm not going to try and say, oh no, you don't need one, use your phone. I'm going to be very real with you. Truth is, you can use your phone to get good videos, okay videos. But the thing is, because this generation, everybody's on YouTube, like there's so many YouTubers, sometimes when you open a video and the quality is just poor, it's very repelling. So to the best of your abilities, you want to attract and engage your audience. You want people watching to stay focused on you. You want there to be details. You want them to, if they're tired of looking at you want them to have other focal points. You want them to have things that are like, oh, I like this girl's video, I like her hair, I like her makeup, I don't like her makeup. You know, just create conversation. So that's one thing you may want to look at. A DSLR camera is basically a professional camera that, you know, it can give you HD video qualities or whatnot. You can have like the bokeh effects. A bokeh effect is this blurry background, as you can see in my video. You know, just make your video look more well produced. So that's why you need a camera. And I know that a lot of people will be like, oh, a good DSLR camera probably starts from £400 and above. And as a Nigerian, with this exchange rate, that's about 200,000 naira. for a new camera. That's actually a lot of money if you think about it. So you may not want to invest in that yet, so you rather use your phone or whatever other, maybe your webcam of your laptop. You can actually do that as long as what you're putting out there is valuable and you feel like regardless of the quality of your video, your followers or the people you're attracting would not mind. So for instance, if you're doing a video, let me say crocheting, you're knitting, and you may actually just want to do that in front of your webcam. Now it would better help if you had a clearer camera that you can actually see what you're crocheting, what you're making. But to be fair, if you don't have one, I don't think your followers will be like, oh, get a better camera. They may not make such a big deal about it. But if you're doing a makeup tutorial, your audience is probably young girls that are probably watching all the Jenny Jenkins, they're watching everybody else but you, and you come up there with, you know, a 144 points picture quality. No one is going to really want to spend time watching your videos because it's not appealing. So that's why you need a DSLR camera. Now I'm going to list out the gadgets you would need and why you need them, and I'm going to try and make this as detailed as possible yet brief. Now the first thing you need is a tripod. The reason why you need a tripod is because you don't want your video shaking. So imagine I'm filming this video and then the camera is just moving left to right. I've already locked my face in focus, so if my camera is moving left and right, it's very distracting. You making the video may not notice, but the person watching it will be like, what's this girl doing? So you need a tripod. A good tripod starts from around 15 to, let me say, 60 pounds, depending on how sturdy you want it to be. Now I say 15 pounds because you can actually get a 25-pound tripod on sale for 15 pounds, not because there are good tripods at 15 pounds. So you might want to look at that. In Nigeria, there are lots of places you can get tripods from. I'm going to link them down in the description box below, or as I'm discussing it. But I know a trusted vendor is OK Japan. They actually have a website now, so you can actually go there. This video is not sponsored in any way, but if you're watching and you're OK Japan and you want to sponsor me, call me. Anyway, so yeah, you can get a tripod from there. Another thing that you definitely need is a remote control. Now this is my second remote control. It's so small and I lost the first one, but I found it recently. So the reason why you need a remote control is that even if you're making videos and you're not making what would I call it, you're not shooting photos. Now you need a remote control because sometimes when I set the camera, because I'm the only person in my house and I don't have anybody to sit still to set my face in focus how I want, I put my camera on remote control setting and I press this remote control, and it's very small, so I can hide. I can do like this, I can put it on my thigh, I can do whatever I want. I can just press it to make sure that it's focused how I want it to be. So that's why you need a remote control. And if you're not a fashion blogger, or if you are a fashion blogger, this is extremely useful. When I first moved back to Nigeria and I didn't have anyone to take my photos, I was using this a lot. So you might want to get a camera. Now a remote control. Now this remote control is very cheap. If you go on Amazon, you can get one that costs from I think 3 to 5 pounds. Maximum is 5 pounds, and that's probably even a rip-off. I don't know about now, but when I got it. So you need to get a remote control. I'll try and also put links in the description box where you can get a remote control. And this lasts for a long time. I've had this since I bought my camera, which was almost 4 years ago or 3 years ago, and it's still very useful. Now another thing that you would need when you're making a YouTube video is lights. Now me personally, my best videos are made with natural lights. Currently there is no light. I'm not putting on any extra lights. All I have is me sitting down in front of my room window, and the window is open. It's actually even raining now, so the lighting may be a bit dull, but I use natural lights. Now for people that maybe say you want to do a makeup tutorial, you may want to use what's called a ring light. If you're doing something like, let me say you want to film videos on you talking, and you know that you don't have time during the day because you're at work and you're trying to balance your work with your YouTube channel, you can actually get extra umbrella lights. Now as I'm saying these things, you'll probably be a picture of what an umbrella light is and what a ring light is over here, so you can see what I mean. Now these lights, now they range from affordable to expensive. There is no cheap light. Anyone that tells you that, except you want to maybe make it yourself, of which that's going to even take time, effort and money as well. So with the lights you can get deals. I know that when I first got my lights, the first lights I got them off eBay. It came with 2 lights with umbrellas and a bulb, so I didn't need to buy an extra bulb. It came in an halogen white bulb. So these are bulbs that help your video to have this cool look and not so red and all that. So what you do is with the cameras, you probably, with the lights, you'd have to watch, let me say, YouTube videos, or you have to like speak to photographers on where to place them, or even if you know, just use your discretion. If you're in your room and you know that your room is like a closed room, there's only one window and the light is not bright enough because, let me say, another building or another bedroom is is blocking the rays of the light. You basically want to put your light right in front of you or above your camera, so it's on your face. Now, I did not go to photography school, but since a young age, I've really been interested in photography. I've always had a camera since I was like, let me say 10 years old, or even 8 years old. My dad was always getting me a camera as a birthday gift. So I had from normal click, point and click, to the ones that you have to put a film, to when digital cameras came out. So I've always had a camera. So that's how I learned how to use a camera. And it's so easy now. It is all you just need to just press buttons. Is if you want, you're shooting editorial, then you probably need to go to a photography school. But you know what, don't underestimate yourself. Take courses. There's a lot of free resources online. Go out there and read up, and you know how to use the lights and camera. Now, the next thing that I'll say you need is a working laptop. If you have a camera, no matter how awesome your videos come out, and you don't have a laptop to edit, you would struggle. When I started making YouTube videos, I had a Windows laptop. I've had that laptop for many years, and it was serving me well. But I realized that, I don't know if it was virus or whatever, but it was such a struggle editing videos. By the time I press something, it didn't hang. I'll be on one frame for like 20 minutes. So not because of my YouTube, but because of work and school, I had to get a new laptop. So I got a MacBook, which I do not regret. It's one of the best purchases I've ever bought with my money in my life. And the thing is, obviously, they are not really cheap laptops. Laptops are obviously expensive, but I feel like most people now have laptops, and that's really not a struggle. So you may want to invest in a working laptop. It can be Windows, it can be a MacBook, it can be a desktop, it can be an iMac, it can be anything you want, as long as you have a working laptop that you can render videos easily, and you can use that to edit your videos. Now, another gadget that I know that you will need, obviously, is this. I know that a lot of YouTubers don't use this gadget I'm about to show you, but I find it very useful. It's actually an SD card reader, and it's for you to put your SD card inside and connect it to your computer. Now, the MacBook Pro and most laptop comes with only 2 USB ports and 1 SD card reader. But now, this allows me to put multiple cards. I don't know if you can see, I'll try and zoom in, into this port. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ports for different sizes of cards, and it has 1 USB attachment to connect to your computer. Now, I got this because I had an issue with my laptop. My laptop wasn't reading my SD card anyway. I think the port is, but I think it's broken. I need to fix it. But I got this, and it actually made my work very easy. Now, for people that, let me say, you are into your videos, you want to use 2 cameras. Let me say you want one showing your side view like this as I'm talking, and you want another one showing your front view, and you need 2 SD cards to edit the video at the same time, because you can't be changing cards as you're doing. This is going to be very useful. This is so cheap. I don't know how much this is sold in the UK, but I got this for, I think, 1,500 or 2,000 naira. It's just a very simple device. You can get it anywhere, so you might need this as well. I think then also the last thing I'll mention for gadgets or softwares or whatever that you need is obviously an editing software. Now, most laptops come with a good editing software. So starting from Windows Movie Maker, you guys, don't underestimate that software. You can do a lot of things with it, as long as you can, you're very creative, you know how to cut, you know how to join, you know how to transition, you know how to use the right soundtracks and all that. Your videos will come out looking just the same as a MacBook or as a video editor with Final Cut Pro or iMovie for basic editing. I don't mean the ones that the screen is split into 4 places, for just basic editing. Now, personally, I've shared this this is probably my 15th time saying this. I use iMovie. I'll probably use iMovie for this video, and I'll also have Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro costs $200 or £200, and I think it costs $200. Yeah, and that's rather expensive for a software for someone that is not making money off it. Now, I don't advise you going to download anything from any illegal sites. That's not good. Don't do it. Use what you have till you can afford it. But if you can afford to buy Final Cut Pro, you might want to use it. But I feel like if your video does not require too much, serere is a Nigerian word for too much drama or too much work. If your video does not require all that, you may just want to use the one that comes to your laptop, like iMovie or Windows Movie Maker. Or you just need to just play with it a day or two. You get so familiar with it, and with each day that I use iMovie, as basic as it is, I found that there are more things that you can do. I created a slideshow for my business using that, and it was fantastic. And if anyone that asked me, I'll be like, what did you use? I'll be like, I used iMovie. So it just depends on you and your creativity and how much work you want to do with it. Since you're not a movie producer, you don't need too much drama. So that's that for the software and for the gadgets that you need. Another thing I want to talk about is people always ask me like, oh, do you need a schedule to make your video? Do you need to say, okay, I'm going to make videos 3 times a week or 10 times a week? Now, not everybody has the luxury of being an entrepreneur. Not everybody has the luxury of being jobless. Or not everybody has the luxury of being a student. Some people actually need to work because they have things to use money for, and they probably have a family to cater for. Now, I am pro do what works for you. I don't believe in going out of your way to do things that will be detriment to other important things in life, like you know, caring for your family or taking care of yourself. If you can commit to doing 1 video every week, let your subscribers know that I know that every Sunday when I come to Jessica's channel, I will see a new video. Kudos. But if you can commit to doing video as spirit leads, because I mean, I feel like for faith-based bloggers like us, we cannot afford to say a new video every week, because then you just be talking, you just be creating an audience, you won't really be adding value. Your videos may not always be Holy Spirit inspired. So you may just want to do it according to how your spirit feels, your discretion, or how much requests you've gotten that you think you have insights on. So depending on your genre, depending on the kind of videos that you make, that's how to do a schedule for videos. Now, I feel like people that are on YouTube for solely business, you're just on YouTube to make money off your skill, like makeup or hair, girl, you need a schedule. You need to have, like, I know a lot of subscribers that are subscribed to that. I know that every Wednesday there's a new video, and that just makes me so happy that I know that after work, when I'm tired, I can go on this person's channel and I'll see a new video. So that's, you might want to consider having a schedule that works with your regular life activities for making YouTube videos. Now, I'm going to talk about next, shooting videos in Nigeria. Now, shooting videos in Nigeria, I think I've done a video with CCME before. If you haven't watched that video, the link should be here. Go and check it out. And we talked about how it could be such a challenge making a video in Nigeria. Now, the reasons are this: irregular power supply. So I can be doing this video now and the lights will just go off, and I may be using the lights. I can be doing this video and my neighbor's kids can decide to be playing with their gates. The gate is like the gate of their house. I can be making this video now and a plane can decide to just fly around my house. Okay, that's a global problem. Or you can be doing this video and then suddenly your neighbor puts on their generator and then there's so much noise, or your mom barges into your room. There's, so many things. So, but being Nigerian specific, those are the issues that, obviously has to do with infrastructure. Also, internet is such, now thank God it's getting better. And currently I use an unlimited internet plan, so I paid for that. I would not mention the name. Actually, I can mention the name of the company because I want this. I use Smile Internet, and I won it for Father's Day. I don't know if you guys saw that. I won it. I'll put a picture here when they announced me as the winner. So I won the Father's Day contest and I got a Smile modem. So I'm basically currently on the unlimited plan. So you can use that because it takes a lot of data, or it takes a lot of gig to upload videos onto YouTube. But one thing you can do is that the previous platform, or the previous internet service provider that I was using before, had a plan where they had like free overnight browsing, so you can actually upload your videos at night, but you keep it on private, and then the next day you publish it. So you just need to click and publish. So that's that. So with filming in Nigeria, I've talked about internet, I've talked about infrastructure like electricity and whatnot. So for instance, myself, I usually film videos around, let me say, 12 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, because I know at that time of the day all my neighbors are out. I am just getting ready to go and deliver my orders for the day, and the kids are away at school. There's really little noise besides, let me say, people's staff in my estate, and there's really no much noise. That's what I feel. Another thing is, I talked about previously in my, I think 2 videos ago, I talked about the redness in Nigeria. Now, this is a known fact. I've tried to change my white balance. I've googled all the settings for my camera. Videos in Nigeria just look more temperate. Now, the best thing you could do is that when you're editing, you make it a bit cool, so your video has that bluish thing instead of red. Now, it depends. If red works for your skin tone, fine. But for my skin tone, I look a lot nicer, or the video looks a lot nicer when it's a bit cool than when it's just warm and all up in your face. So that's with the settings and Nigeria, whatever. So I've talked about uploading your videos, so you can get an unlimited plan, so you can upload any time of the day. I've talked about uploading at midnight if your plan supports free night browsing. I've talked about time of the day to film your videos. I've talked about what have I talked about shooting? I've talked about well, basically that's, I think off the top of my head, that's what I've talked about. So that's for the shooting part of uploading YouTube videos. Now, the last question that the girl also asked me is like, how do I create an audience? Now, you can create audience via people randomly just checking out your channel. You can create audience by collaborations. You can create audience by social media promotions. You can create audience by promoting, let me say, your Facebook page or your Twitter page, and then it sort of leads them back to your YouTube channel. You can create promotions by sponsorships, like, you know, telling people to advertise your channel for you. So like if you're a new YouTuber now, you can tell another YouTuber to shout out your channel if they don't see you as a competition. So, but I feel like one of the things that work the most is collaborations. There's a lot of people that have subscribed to based on me seeing them on somebody else's channel. So like now I've done a video with CCME, I've done a video with 2K Morgan, and I've done a video besides my family members. I've done a video with one of my friends as well, but I didn't get uploaded because we didn't like how it turned out. Yeah, so that's that. So obviously I'm open to more collaborations, but I feel like in Nigeria it's a lot difficult to collaborate with people because maybe I'm living on the mainland and you're living on the island, and time and people are busy, everybody's hustling in quotes and all that good stuff. So basically that's how to get a channel out there, and also consistency. Like if you even go to YouTube Academy of how to build like an audience, like I've been on YouTube for so long, I've not really been consistent. Probably just recently that I've been more consistent, and probably that's when I even gained more watchers. And the thing is, not everybody that watches subscribes to you, and no matter how much you tell them subscribe, like, share, some people will just not, because that's just their personality, and there's nothing to be upset about it as long as you're putting out what you want. And that still takes me back to the intent why you're opening a YouTube channel. Are you looking for affirmations? Do you want people to tell you, oh my god, you're so skilled, oh my god, we're so worded? Or you just want to share what you have, and even if it's one person that gets blessed by your message, by your video, by your teaching, by anything you're doing, you're satisfied. So for me, yes, I want my YouTube channel to grow, but I'm not obsessing over it. If I don't have 5,000 subscribers per week, I'm not upset, because I know that even if it's just one person that says, oh my god, Tosin, this was just the word I needed for the moment, I think my job is done. So that's about it for this video. I know that there are probably a lot of things that I did not cover, but obviously this video is probably going to be entering almost 25 minutes, and I'm trying to avoid that. So that's about it for basically starting a YouTube channel, getting gadgets, how to film, editing softwares, and all that. And yes, one more thing I did not mention when it comes to gadgets was microphone. You need a mic. I don't have a mic yet, so I wouldn't know too much, but I know there's a Rode mic. There's one you can clip to your shirt. There's one that you can put at the back of your ear. There's one you can put on your camera. But I just use my inbuilt microphone because it works for me. I think I'm audible enough. You can hear me loud enough. Because my room is like a vacuum, so my voice is not my voice is not sipping out. It's bouncing back between the camera and myself. So I think that's clear enough. So that's about it. And yeah, I know that I was watching one of my channels that I'm subscribed to, which is Shameless Maya. She talked about how you can actually use your iPhone microphone, the voice recorder on your iPhone, to record the videos and just join it. But if you're lazy and you don't have all that time for that, you can just do what you have and just increase the volume if it's too low, or reduce it if it's too high. So now that's about it with my video on YouTubing. And I probably, maybe my next video I'll probably do, if I get a request on it, it'll probably be more on this topic. But if not, that's the end of this video on YouTube. I have said before, I keep saying this disclaimer, don't bite me. I'm not a YouTube guru, I'm not an expert. This is just what I've learned for the past 2 years that I've been doing my YouTube videos. And I know that there's as I'm even saying this, there's so many things that I remember that I did not mention. There are times when I've filmed videos and then I think it looks so good, but when I go to my camera, there's the hair on my eye, my eyebrow is wonky, my skin is looking off, there's goo on my nose or something. So sometimes you might want to have a live preview. Like I can't do live preview on my computer because for some reason the operating system that I went to upgrade to El Capitan doesn't support the live tethering software for my camera. So until that one is sorted, I don't have a live view. So I just wing my videos most times, and I just use my viewfinder. So I turn my camera's viewfinder to the front. So if I look this way, I'm looking at myself. If I look this way, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at the camera. So anyway, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for the patience. Comment in the comment box below if you have any comments, any questions, any suggestions, anything. You guys know that everything you guys see, I always try to translate it into a video or try to reply your questions. If you ask me questions about my hair, I'll put it in the description box below. But if you don't care, that's fine. I love you guys. Until next time, stay blessed. Bye.